Is it just me, or like does nothing feel kind of like worth it anymore? I feel like anything that you like or want to do in this life kind of just feels um pointless. I feel like everything feels pointless. You know, the way that the world is structured right now, the system that we live in, and it's not to be negative, and I know, oh, it's like, oh, this is kind of negative. It's not to be negative. It's to break down and understand the system that we're living in, and looking at how the system that we had from like the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and the early 2000s is no longer working in the 2025s, the time frame in which we're in. And there's nothing that is on the horizon to replace it. And many of us are just saying, well, it is what it is, we might as well just accept it and fuck it, whatever happens will happen. And I'm tired of living this way. I'm tired of I don't know about any of you. It's just like, at what point do we just, roll over and just say, well, fuck it, that's it. We're cooked. This is we're you know I don't know. I don't know. I just I feel like, and I've talked about this in other videos. You know, I'm seeing a lot of 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, people feeling like as if everything that they've worked towards in this life means jack shit. And as the cost of living keeps going up, houses being unaffordable, like even if I could afford a house right now, if I had the money, put a down deposit, got a house, I'd just be house poor. Then what am I going to do? It's like my thing right now is like, oh, I wish I had a house. No, I'm living in my dad's house. But I'm sure if I had a house, then I'm gonna be like, oh well, shit, I wish I could, you know, be with a partner or travel more. And you know, we're having to constantly choose what it is that we want, what it is that we want to do with our time and money. And whereas when we were, growing up in whatever time frame you're growing up, but I'm growing up in the 90s because that's the best time. It's the best time. Fight me on it. I don't care. I just felt like everything was obtainable, you know? And when people say, oh, life is what you make of it. And it's like, yeah, life is what you make of it. But at what point did having a bachelor's degree not be enough? And you're told that you're lazy and you need to work harder. You need to have 2 jobs. You need to have 3 jobs. And it's like, okay. And I'm currently in this phase of like trying to think about maybe going back to school. And it's like, okay, what do I want to go to school in? Is it gonna bring me anything? I don't really have. I don't know if any of you feel this way, or with you've dabbled with the idea of going back to school, and you're like, I don't have the time that I did when I was in my 20s. Just like, hey, I'm gonna try something, and if it doesn't work out, so be it. Whatever. We'll see what sticks or doesn't stick. In this day and age, I feel like you just don't have that luxury. We don't have that luxury to just be able to kind of try things anymore. And it sucks because it's like now I'm like looking at, okay, what can I go in that I think that I would really enjoy? And I start doing research because I think it's important to do research, right? And every time I start doing research on something that I think I'll enjoy, there's it's just like, fuck it, don't go in this. This is shit. Start a YouTube, start a side hustle, start drop shipping, start doing something online. And it's like, no, not everyone is meant to be content creators. Like, can we just stop with this content creation stuff all the time? Not everyone is meant to be content creators. It's exhausting. To constantly be on your phone. I don't think that's a solution. But it's like you go online and for example, I wanted to maybe look into cybersecurity. Fuck it, cybersecurity. I'm being told that it's almost impossible to find a job once you finish your education. That the pay is it's severely underpaid. There's too many people looking for work. Okay, fine. Plumber, 2 to 3 year waiting list in my location to get into an English plumbing program. Even the same for electrician and HVAC. Okay, so that means I have to leave the province in which I'm from in order to pursue maybe something along those lines. And then I'm hearing that there's so many amount of people that are trying to get into plumbing, electrician, or HVAC, that there aren't any places when it comes to their apprenticeships. So it's like, okay, all right. Then I look into pet grooming, and how severely underpaid pet grooming is, and it just, you try to reassess, you try to like just find something else to do, something that you think you're gonna like, but then this world just says, nah, fuck it, you're not gonna be able to do it because world's expensive. Sorry, I gotta put my shepherd's pie in the oven. This is we got Costco shepherd's pie. Delish. So yeah, I gotta put this in the oven. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I got one hand, and this is, I don't know. If you're getting all dizzy and you're not really liking this format, I do apologize. Just sometimes I got these ideas or these thoughts, and I'm like, shit, I gotta talk about it. And for some reason, shepherd's pie made me think about all this. Maybe it's because life is just so depressing when I'm looking at a frozen shepherd's pie, and I'm thinking, well, this is my life. Okay. Yeah. So, I just feel like everything up until this point and everything moving forward just feels like kind of useless. Feels like, I don't know, maybe this is depression. I don't know. I feel like I've talked to so many people in the last little bit since creating this channel, and connecting with so many other people. And like, there's so many people that, like, I feel like in this world, in order to be successful, you have to be so delusional that you're gonna make it. That's the new thing that you got to do. And if you're not, you're not gonna make it. You're either really rich or you're really fucking poor. There's no more in between. And that's the thing that's scary. And I'm constantly bombarded by thoughts of, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. No, what's the return of investment if I do that? And at one point it becomes so overwhelming that you can't even take action anymore because of just the plethora of options that are available to you. And sometimes I just shut down. I'm just like, fuck it. I can't do it. I just, and that's why I had to delete my social media. I just found that I was on there a lot, comparing myself to a lot of people, and social media is just like the cesspool of narcissism. Really, people are just constantly showing off what it is that they have, their perfect relationships, their perfect lives, their perfect businesses. And humans are anything but perfect. We're fucked. We have so many faults. And it took me a while to realize that. And for me, it was the best decision I ever made. But I don't know. I just find things right now in life just feel so. I feel like we're in the calm before the storm. Okay, we're looking at what's happening in the United States. We're looking at what's happening out in the other parts of the world, and there's global peace has never been so tested before as much as it has in the last little bit, and it's very fragile. And a lot of people are saying that the system is going to come tumbling down, and I don't want to be a cynic, but there's this feeling that I have that something is gonna happen. Something has to change. We cannot keep going this way. And I don't hate the world. I don't, like, I grew up in the 90s thinking, okay, I'm gonna go to school, get good grades, graduate, meet a woman, get married, have a house, have kids, and live the rest of our lives. But I'm not in that space, and unfortunately, I didn't go to school to become an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer or something that's making high six figures. I decided to go into human resources. Yeah, human resources. Oh, you're gonna help people? No, bullshit. You're helping companies keep people in line. That's what you're doing. And I realized really early on that I could not be a corporate shill. I just could not. I realized the first year that I started working, I was like, this is not for me. I cannot put on that fake face, that fake smile. And, hey, Julie, how are you? Oh my God, did you have a good weekend? And hearing those types of conversations, like, oh my God, we went to the cottage and it was so lovely. And no, I can't do it. And you know those fake conversations, right? Where it's just so like, anyway, I'm rambling. All I'm saying is for the longest time, I've, I just felt like I was made for more than just an office job, a corporate job. But now that I'm 33 and the way the world is, I just find it kind of hopeless in a way. And I don't want to, like, I don't want to think that, but you're looking at all the people online, and maybe it's the algorithms feeding this kind of content to me, where I'm seeing 20-year-olds saying how they're never going to make it in this life, that they're living at home and they're not in relationships, and life feels kind of empty, and there's false promises, and it sucks hearing that. It sucks hearing that from, I remember when I was 20, and I never had that thought in my mind, and now if 20-year-olds are feeling that way, imagine what 30 or 40-year-olds are feeling like right now. Anyway, so you know I don't know. I'm curious to know. I know this is kind of wonky, walking around doing something different. I just wanted to get my thoughts out, and see what you all think. Like this channel is kind of, I don't know, it's doing its own thing. It's relationship stuff, it's life stuff, it's everything. It's human stuff, and I'm trying to make different channels and community groups within the channel, so that way I can talk about things that I really love, which is relationships and attachment styles, and then life, and what we think about life, and start up kind of debates with all of you. I think it's important to have conversation, and vent. And I don't think enough of us can afford psychology anymore, considering the cost of living. And so YouTube will maybe become our therapists at some point. Who knows? But yeah, my shepherd's pie is it's gonna be a mediocre single guy's dinner. Story of my life. Anyway, that being said, yeah, again, topic is, I just feel like things kind of feel meaningless and pointless. I feel like once you know how the system works, the system in which we're currently in, you can't unsee it, and you can't stand the bullshit anymore. You see right through it. You see through the bullshit people, you see through the masks, the corporations. They don't give a shit about you. No one gives a shit about you, and you realize that what life is meant to be experienced and travel and connect with people and to live it to the fullest, not being stuck behind a desk all day and constantly worried if you're going to lose your job because they need to balance the books or implement AI. It's like, fuck. And it's only going to get worse. That's the thing. It's only going to get worse. So thanks for checking out this video. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Maybe this will get views, maybe it won't. I don't know. Honestly, at this point, I mean, this channel, like, some views on some videos are kind of eh. I'm testing things out, as I mentioned a few times. I'm seeing what sticks. I'm seeing what you guys like. Unscripted stuff, more open, rambly. And I think it's good to like do this sometimes, because then you can connect with people in the comment section. They're like, "Oh yes, I feel the same way," and it's like, fucking right. And we can start a revolution, like what's that guy there in Thor Ragnarok, the rock guy? Hey man, we're gonna start a revolution. I can't do accent. I can't do that accent. I can do other accents. I just can't do that one. But is it his Grok? Is it Grok his name? It's the Taika Waititi guy who plays him. Anyway, I digress. I'm moving. I'm rambling, getting off track. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. So yeah, let me know what you think. What are your thoughts? What do you think of the world? What do you think about the direction in which we're going? Do you think we're going in a good direction? There's just some, like, I don't know why there's some people that are super positive and they can see all the positivity in the world of, like, oh my god, life is what you make it. It's so beautiful. And it's like, oh, okay. I wish I could be like that. I really, really wish I could be like that. But what do you think? What do you think of the state of the world? Where do you think we're heading? What do you think needs to happen in order for there to be change? Because I doubt companies are going to be like, hey, raises for everyone. We love you. Come back to work. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So That's it. That's all I got. I gotta go eat. I'm hungry, even though it's probably gonna take another hour before it's finished. So, bye.